How do you think your life has unfolded in terms of what success means to you?
I don't think that I have an idea of what success is in a materialistic form. I'm not having a good time that I'm not successful. I'm actually not scared of what I am going to do next. Creator of the blog. And he took me aside one day, and it wasn't even for the show. He goes, Jess, life's a game. Unless it's going to hurt you, harm you, affect you or whatever. He's like, just have fun.
Welcome back to another episode of Freedom Renegades. Today we are joined in the studio by the incredible Jess Eva. Australians fell in love with Jess on the block, and she has since gone on to be a radio host, a TV presenter, an author, mum of beautiful children, and most recently the host of Budget Battlers.
What we love the most about Jess isn't actually her career at all. It's how she's actually chosen to live her life. Real, authentic and honest. So welcome to the studio, Jess Eva.
Feels like you have lived 100 lives already.
Does it?
Yes.
Which one's your favourite?
Well, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack there. But growing up, you know, what I loved so much about your story in particular is you're so real, raw, authentic and honest. And growing up in an environment maybe that had financial hardship along the way, or them pivoting over into that huge public success.
Oh, thank you.
And you've lived around the world, and you've been a mum, and author, presenter, host, etc.
Tomato picker.
Tomato
picker.
picker.
Yeah.
Well, there's one.
Did work at Weight Watchers Cup Factory where I had to put the clean cups and the dirty cups of left to right. Worked at a bakery, got fired.
You and I could share some serious stories over a glass of wine, I reckon, or a beer.
Yeah, I reckon. Even if we didn't have stories, I reckon we'd have a good time over a beer or wine.
Looking back,
let's not put the pressure on ourselves.
Yeah, no, but like looking back on all of that and all of the journeys, all of the stories, how do you think your life has unfolded in terms of what success means to you?
Well, I don't think that I have an idea of what success is in a materialistic form. Yeah. I'm not having a good time that I'm not successful.
Yeah.
And I'm actually not scared of what I am going to do next.
Yeah.
Because worst comes to worst, I'll deliver Amazon packages. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
And I think the minute that you associate your identity with a job and you need that job to feel like a complete person is the time that you're stuffed.
Yes.
And that's the time that you spiral. And I was lucky because I think I learned it earlier on because I was doing breakfast radio in Cairns, and I remember resigning, and I remember making up a job that I was resigning for because I didn't know what to say. Because I don't feel like doing this anymore. It wasn't really a resignation.
But I'm not going to be here anymore, so I'm just going to make something up.
Yeah, I think I made up some real fancy title that didn't exist because I didn't want to offend him because I loved him. But I was like, and one of those days you're like, I'm out.
Yeah.
But then I realised the next day I was really lost. Probably because I didn't have anything to go to. But also I felt really lost. I remember sitting on the beach and going and really regrouping, and then moving to Melbourne about a week later and working in a call centre for a listening test program where we had to call people that were eligible for listening tests just to regroup where I was, which was weird because if you really needed to take the hearing test, you wouldn't be able to hear me. Yeah, I know, right? So, hello, do you want a test?
If they say, you're yelling at me, okay, you don't get a test. If they keep saying, who? What? Sorry?
Yeah.
I've got one.
Yeah, book them in via Braille. But that wasn't on purpose because it was just like, I need some money, And then I had my mate that lived in Melbourne, I lived on his couch. But I think that it was like, I don't want to feel like that again. I don't want to feel like if I don't be, a call centre worker, then who am I? I just need to be Jess and just roll with that. And
did you feel like you were less of Jess in that morning show role, and that's why you felt like you wanted to move on? What was it that compelled you to cut ties?
Because my manager kept giving me shit about having dirty coffee cups. I was sick of it. To be honest.
Such a deep wound.
Yeah, I know. I wish I could give you something more gorgeous to say. But it's just, when you're like, I just worked 13 hours yesterday and I did this and I did this and then this. I was like, And then, but I think it was more reverse engineered of I probably didn't know who Jess was while I was doing that job. So Jess was that job. And then I had to find Jess so that I didn't need a job to know who Jess was.
Yeah.
Now Jess could do whatever she wants. She'll probably be pretty broke doing it, but she can do whatever she wants now.
Yeah.
So you were prepared to be broke to go to the point where you could now discover who you were and what you actually wanted to be.
Yes, but not intentionally. It wasn't an eat, pray, love journey, but but the Cairns version where I went to Melbourne instead of Italy. Yeah.
I was going to say it kind of was just an Aussie version,
It was.
the real version.
Well, there's Hardware Lane, you can
right.
kind of immerse yourself in the Italian vibe.
Exactly right. I went to the call centre in Melbourne, but I
Spoke
think
to many people.
spoke to him so many people. Never met them personally, but needed it to meet my KPIs in the call centre.
Yeah, right.
But I think that as a result, because I grew up with nothing, then I don't have anything to fear because I already know what that feels
You
like.
weren't
We're
afraid.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's funny you say that. I can identify that with that very strongly from my beginnings being very humble. Like many moons ago in another lifetime, I was in the entertainment industry as well, and it's hand to mouth. Like it's so hand to mouth. And you just coming from nothing actually created a level of a level of fear that was I was able to overcome. Whereas I think if I had have come from a place of having money to begin with, you tread more cautiously. You don't take as many risks.
scare you.
Yeah, it's a lot more scary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
and
is.
I think even today, having created, certain levels of success, we're more fearful than what we were in the beginning because having it, you don't want to lose it. Whereas when you don't have it, you're like, meh, I've got nothing to lose anyway.
Yeah, that's right. It's the philosophy of when we're on the block, we got put a marble bench top in.
Yeah.
And we spent our whole lives, throughout the series being scared of staining the bench top. And I thought, imagine having a marble bench top in your house
Yeah. Imagine
with
living with it.
children. You'd be screaming at them all the time. But if you had a laminate one, you'd be like,
go for
let's
it,
play
yeah.
Scrabble on
Teach your
here.
kids
Let's
how
just
to cut on the bench top,
Play-Doh.
who cares? Yeah.
Exactly. So really, what is the worth of what you are aspiring to have? Right?
Yeah.
What is that actual worth? And emotionally, what does that give you? Because memories are emotion.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you remember laughing around a bench top and the metaphorical, whatever you say, bench top? Or do you remember being scared that you were going to get a red wine stain on it?
Yeah.
Right? You've got to
Yeah.
be able to live in it, love it, enjoy it, have life in it. And, that we say this often, what you renovate, what you provide as a product to renovate and on-sell to the end buyer is a lot different to what I would live in
Yes.
every day of the week.
Yeah. But in saying that, I'm in awe of what you guys do because what you do is you connect with an audience and you get to create spaces for them to love.
Yeah.
And to have that insight into their world, but to also, take away your own personal taste. Because a lot of people I see all the time, people
Yeah.
go, oh, but this will be gorgeous. And,
Yeah.
how
You're
could
caught up
everyone
with the-
not
You're
love
not
a
the-
bright green wall?
Yeah. But you're not the end
Yeah.
buyer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one of, for you, I would imagine would be like, it's quite selfless to a degree because you're like,
Yeah.
what is, not necessarily even for the dollar, what would people, you have to think about what would people love
want.
before you think of profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. Well, if you don't know who they are,
buying
what
it.
they want, then you don't know what to give them.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's
I love what
lovely.
you said. I just go, like if you don't know what they want, you don't know what to give them. We don't renovate any of our products to our personal taste. It's all okay. What's the market want and what's the market willing to pay for? Let's just give them that.
Which
Yeah.
you did find difficult in the beginning, honey.
I did.
What did you always want? Like, what did you try
I
to?
was a plasterer by trade, so I was very much clean lines, crisp, whites, fresh. I wanted to do the marble bench tops and stuff on projects that were worth $300,000. So there wasn't really room in the budget or the profit on the back end to use marble and stone bench tops back then.
Yeah.
But then I learned early on that just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
And then also, is it actually going to return you any money?
I
Like,
know.
there's no point in putting a $40,000 bench top on in a $30,000 renovation. Like it's,
Tell you
so
what,
many
though,
people do.
you'd be the flashiest person in the street. You're like,
You
mate,
imagine?
Yeah. You check
We're
out
all
my
going
bench
around
top.
yours for a dinner party.
the toilet doesn't work because they ran out of budget. But I tell you what, that bench top is gorgeous.
We can entertain up a storm. You just can't go to the bathroom.
But you're right. Once you get that image in your head of something that's beautiful, it's so hard to fall away from that vision,
to
isn't
do
it?
it.
So it's
I know.
discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's discipline and, it's rising above your ego and all of it. Well, actually, I'm really curious because watching the block from time to time, seeing what goes on, how did you find that being involved, and were you at liberty to have creativity or do what you guys wanted, or how much of that was orchestrated?
Yeah, I'll tell you anything you like.
Yeah, tell it all. Come
Yeah.
on. Our viewers will probably be like, ooh.
Yeah. So you wouldn't believe it, right? I was locked in this space. No, I'm just joking. I was like,
I'll let you have 5 minutes today.
yeah. The freedom on that show is actually a lot, and it might have changed, and I don't think it has. The freedom on that show is bigger than what you'd realise, because the freedom is the content.
Yep.
If they were to steer you in too much of a direction, they would only receive one outcome.
Yeah, that's true.
So obviously, when you have to choose a kitchen, because it's a commercial show, it all has to be from the one company, obviously. And, with your flooring, because that's how shows stay on air.
Sponsored and-
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
right.
why you don't have to pay a monthly subscription to watch them.
Yeah.
So they're sort of shouting you your monthly subscription.
Yeah.
That's how sponsors work. But in terms of what you wanted to do, and, it was completely free, because your personal taste, and if you're great or if you're useless, that's the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
it's content.
you can say what you want, you can do what you want. If anything, it's encouraged.
The more drama, the better.
The more drama, the more creativity, the more complexity, the more diverse tastes.
Do they ever poke the bear? Do they ever sort of get in there and try and...
They give you a build to do with a series of personalities so you don't have to do anything. I would imagine. Not that I was privy or witness to. You just instinctually had reactions to people that were already there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you're tired and you're working to a deadline and there's prize money involved, that's an algorithm that you can just sort of get the popcorn and watch. Really, isn't
Yeah,
Oh,
it?
get
hey, I
some
know what I'm
entertainment.
like with no sleep.
I'm a monster.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate, me
Yeah.
too. We could monster it up, I tell ya.
right.
Get
Look out, run.
I'm out of there.
And so stays where you're like, I could nap all day, and at night you're like, I'm awake now. You're like, Mother Nature, what do you make me?
So how did you find that experience overall? Was it stressful? Was it exciting?
I loved it. Well, I had reversed it. I hated. I didn't enjoy the first bit because I was still getting used to all the personalities, and energies really affect me to a degree. You're like, are you doing me harm? What's going on?
Yeah.
And then the producer of the creator of the block, Jules Kress, he's actually lovely. He's a really nice guy. And he took me aside one day, and it wasn't even for the show. It was just for life. And he goes, and I reckon it was a game changer for me. He goes, Jess, life's a game. He goes, in general. He goes, unless it's going to hurt you, harm you, affect you or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, just have fun. Play
Yeah.
the pieces. And he goes, this is just for the show, for everything. And my other mentor that I had, he used to own the radio station I worked at on Sunshine Coast, was an Australian legend, Glenn Wheatley.
Yep.
I don't know if you're aware of him.
Oh, yes, I do.
He was the one that when we got on the block, we're thinking, do we go on or not? He was the one that was like, you absolutely have to go on it.
Yeah.
Our biggest supporters. And he would just go, life's a ball.
Oh, and
Life's a
didn't
ball,
he live
dance in it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he and
Yeah.
Gaynor,
So
they were
good.
just beautiful. And
Yeah.
so he was the one that goes, have a crack. I know, like some of his investments and stuff, he pitched 92 times, and that 93rd time he got it. He's like,
Wow.
he's like,
Got to have a crack.
yeah, have a crack.
He's one of the most inspirational Australians to have ever lived, I think.
I miss him. I really am.
His
Yeah.
tenacity and drive and,
and
never give
creation.
up attitude.
Is that
and-
like, and also like oh no, I'm in a bit of strife here. Don't matter.
Oh,
Come on, Gaynor,
shit
come
happens.
with me. We're going again. I love it.
and talk about
So
putting
good.
your ass on the line over
Yeah.
and over and over.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
honest, and he's like, yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Now I'm,
Yeah, it's
now
amazing.
I'm trying to fix it.
So,
do you,
yeah, go
do you
on.
feel like you were able to create the, say, character Jess, which is you, as your character? Is that something you have to try and work on every single day or in every single role? Or are you just naturally, the Jess that everyone sees is the Jess that you live with 24/7?
So, obviously, if I was sitting on a couch without microphones, I probably wouldn't be wearing shoes. So, like, it's a little bit different.
Oh,
Like,
amen.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this Jess still is a tomato picker, if that makes sense. Like, I forget when you film these things, it's very intimate. So you forget that people listen. And then when you make shows, you don't forget that people watch, but I still get surprised when people say, I saw you on XYZ, because I'm like, oh, I forgot. People can see it.
Yeah.
So Jess works with the expectation that she's probably going to be delivering Amazon packages next year. In the terms of,
This
if
is
you
gonna
don't
enjoy.
like me, I'm too bloody old to get like this
care.
is just
Yep.
this is just
This is
how
who
we
I am.
roll.
Yep.
Yeah,
Take it or
and-
leave it.
Yeah, and doing radio for 10 or 13 years prior, if anyone's done radio, especially in the regional stations, you finish your show, you spend an hour doing an air check where you listen back to yourself, and the bosses say, oh, you should be a little bit more like this, you should be a little bit more like that. And it just wears you out
can
I
imagine.
was
of being
gonna say, how do you
told what
take
to be.
That advice, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah. And be a little bit more like this. Be a bit more bogan. Be a little bit more refined. Be a little bit more, put more makeup on. Put less makeup
Wow.
on. Like, you're just like, I
How
don't know.
exhausting.
Oh, my God. And in the end, I was like, and I think that was a great, shortcut in going, you know what?
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm done.
This is it.
I'm out. See ya.
This is what you get.
This is what you get.
Yeah.
And that's why I really love owning the show that we're on now,
Yeah.
because we just get to be it.
That's so good.
Yeah.
And then we got the
that's-
results last year of the first year of me owning it. And it was, ranking the 1.7 mil reach. And it was ranking on that top 4, news is always coming first, second, but top entertainment program.
so good.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Has that
I
always
think-
been a dream of yours, a passion of yours?
Not really. I guess the passion is more,
The helping.
finally. Like,
Yeah.
we can all just relax. Turns out we don't have to be a little bit of anything. I can just,
Yeah.
and
Can
we
just
can all
be me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to have it with purpose. I think that going through life without purpose is kind of like going to a donut shop without, having a donut. It's just entering.
One more, the question just going on the back end. You said you've got 2 children,
2 children, Matilda and Fred, 9 and 12.
9 and
Oh.
12. How do you fit in being the presenter, being the mum,
Yes.
being an author? We get asked all the time, how do you guys do what you're doing? You just do. You just get it done, right? You
Yeah.
just do it, whatever it
But
takes.
we don't have the
But
kids.
we don't have the children aspect.
Yeah.
So
So
for us
Damn.
to
I take my hat off.
yeah, it's easy for us to get in, just head down, ass up, and get done what we need to get done because we don't have other humans relying us to.
I have my nephews
eat
for a
and
week,
survive.
and I'm just like, I love them dearly.
Yeah.
They are literally my heart and soul. But at the end of it, I'm like, Jesus, how do mums do this and run a business and do the thing?
They are
I'm
quite time consuming.
yeah,
Children.
yeah, 100%. There's no off button.
No.
You can't hand it back.
Yeah, I know. You try.
Yeah.
And also we have the extra work as well and we love it. We wouldn't do it any other way. We own Maker Media, which is the production company which makes our shows.
Yeah, right.
So all the shows and the content that we're producing. So we sell the sponsorships, we create the rosters, we cast the cast, and especially when it gets sold internationally, we tour New Zealand, when it gets sold over there.
Yeah.
And I do it and if you want to, you will.
Yeah.
100%.
When they say there's not enough minutes in the day, I always think, well, when do you wake up? And I don't want to sound like one of those wankers
Yeah.
on the motivate, because I watch, those motivational videos, and you're like, I can't be bothered taking my greens, and I can't be yeah. If that's what it takes for success, I'm happy to be
out.
mediocre. But it's and also that drive for the kids. So for me, back when I was younger,
Yeah.
once again, if you have nothing, you're not scared of nothing. Now I've got 2 mouths to feed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's the drive.
Next level.
And I do 3 shifts within the day. Alarm goes off at 3, and I do my first shift 3 to 7:30, and then the kids wake up, and I want to be emotionally present for the hour and a half or whatever. So you do that, you get them breakfast in bed, and you drive them to school. Then you do your second shift, and that is sort of 8:30 to 3:30, and that's just basically your phone ringing for the whole time,
Yep.
promising things that you have to do later that night.
I feel really blessed that you're here with us right now.
Oh no, I love it. It's
We've
good.
got some of that precious time.
I'm going to stay for hours because I know that I've got so much to do when I go home. Then I pick the kids up, take them to their activities, get them to bed, and then my third shift starts from 9 to 11, and that's the admin.
Yep.
And so that 9 to 11 and that 3 to 7 are my productive hours. And then during the day is pretty much my, take the calls and work out what those 2 hours are going to contain.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell you that I do deep red vein thrombosis therapy to do it.
Meditate for 2.5 hours every morning.
Nah,
yoga and
I
Pilates
should.
every day.
I probably should not. I wake up in my Temu onesie. I have a coffee, and then I have another coffee, and then I have another coffee, and then I order a McDonald's apple pie, and then there is no elite.
There's no special sauce here. It's
Yeah.
just, I just,
So what are you
Jess,
saying?
Jess just does Jess.
Yeah, it's why I'm not a motivational influencer. Like,
that's-
it's not a trend.
No.
Like, I wouldn't recommend it as
I
a
wouldn't
trend.
recommend everyone
But I
take
want
down
to
my top 10
unpack
habits.
this. I want to unpack this
Yeah.
because, don't hate me for saying this, but I am actually the opposite. I do all the things.
Aw.
But then sometimes I still feel like a freight train will hit me. So I think I want to unpack what's behind the secret to that. And I would guess that you're really freaking passionate about what you do, because otherwise you would not have the will to keep doing that day in, day out. Do you know what I mean? It sounds like you just froth on what you do.
Well, I love it, but it's more the people that you're around that
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about creating your own content or owning your own space is you can choose your tribe.
Yes.
And so if there's a dickhead,
You can get
They're
rid of
moving
them.
on pretty fast.
Yeah. Whereas if you were just working for someone or a company and there was a bunch of dickheads there,
Yeah.
you're sort of stuck.
yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
You've got to suck up to them a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And so the people we work with, the boys are volunteers because there's no way we could do what we could do.
Right?
And we
Yeah.
don't really make a huge amount of money out of it. We do it
Yeah.
because we love it.
That's passion. Yeah.
Yeah. One of our runners that is driving the utes around the country has a business that he created. He had a really rough time. His son passed away. He went through an incredibly bad time. He ran out of money for the business. Well, didn't run out of money, but they'd invested. And I said to him, mate, I'll swap you a runner's position and we'll turn you into a major sponsor on the show. And since then, he got an
legend.
investor. And he's got, these photos and he's got these, and it gave the business a second lease of life.
Oh, you're a legend.
We've got 100 stories like that.
Yeah.
And
That's so freaking cool.
yeah, we collect people, we don't collect skill set.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And
Well, the thing on that, skills can be taught.
yeah,
Like you can teach people how to do things.
You can't teach someone how
You
to be a
can't
good
teach
person.
a good person.
I don't
like
think.
you
You
not that
can
you can't
to a
teach a person to be a
degree.
good person, but if you just find genuine people, like that are just genuine and they will do, and the ones that will take their shirt off, shirt off their back for anyone.
It's
Yeah.
easier to teach skill than it is
Yeah.
to teach attitude.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because most of things in life are common sense anyway.
Yeah.
So if people
Which
love
is not
us
so
and we're all
common.
together, I know, right? I have barely any, so thank God these guys are here. But
I question mine some days too. Don't worry.
and that's what's beautiful. And the sponsors that are part of us, I've turned away 6-figure sponsors after the first show. I said I'll refund you all your money because
Wow.
they just didn't
Not
fit our
aligned.
vibe.
Yeah.
And it means that I'm not overly financially, comfortable, but it means that everybody on set is happy.
And you're
living
living your
that we're
truth. Yeah.
and I think we're more on a path of being successful by sustaining it that way.
1,000%.
And when you tell people, we've had national companies that have come to us and I'll say, no, I don't think it's a good fit. And the perplexing look on their face when
We're offering you this much money.
I can't
Just
buy
You
something.
said no.
Yeah, I can't buy
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad
That's
you said that
awesome.
because we always
Such integrity.
Part of the premise behind Freedom Renegades is what do you connect to your freedom? What do you connect to your success? And for instance, a lot of people put money as their success. So if once I get $1 million, I'll be happy and I'll be successful.
Yeah.
As we said earlier, there's plenty of people that haven't got much money and they're living
1,000% more
happiest
successful.
lives that most people would be jealous of. Then we know plenty of people that have got millions of dollars that are absolutely miserable.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for you to still be in control of that, and because it's tempting, right? If someone comes and offers, a couple $100,000, $1 million to put into a show, you're like,
Especially when you've got payroll coming up.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard to say no to. But you know that if you do say yes, okay, the finance bit's going to be easier, but then the culture that you've created starts to change and shift, and before you know it, it can completely jump, flip on its head. And
that's the unsustainable part.
Yeah.
The sustainable part is the culture.
Yep.
And I feel like, well, this is what I'm banking on.
Fingers, toes, we're all crossing everything.
If you sustain that for long enough, that it does have that reward.
Yeah.
So, and we have everyone on set. Like the sponsors are always. We're the only show that I'm aware of where the sponsors can be the cast, so they can come on set and renovate us with us for the week.
Yeah.
They can take their own content. We've got 2 different production crews. We've got one for broadcast. We've got one for digital. So because we understand the difference between, we're trying to pave the way. We've started implementing AI first, tech first content.
Great.
Where we use content to create a portal for our sponsors because we want to show them value where we can give them a trackable return of investment
Cool.
in terms of conversion and a commitment that every single sponsor on our show needs to commit something to the Australian public. So everything that you see on the screen this year is something that you have a chance to have at home.
Oh, wow.
And that's the rule.
There's so much authenticity in what you're doing, and it's all interconnected and everything has its purpose. It's very clear that you've thought out everything step by step by step. Tell me, I'm just so curious in everything that you're saying right now. How did Jess come to own and run a production company?
Oh, it was an accident. An absolute accident.
You don't mean to say that. You meant
Of
to make
course
up this real
it was.
elaborate
I
story.
know. So everything I've done in life is an accident. But a positive accident. It's just do you want to do it, or should I do it? Or could I do it? Yeah, we'll be right. Work it out. We did series 1 with very good friends of mine, Sam from Northlight Productions, and we co-developed it. So he did the production side, I did the creative side, and we did series 1.
Yep.
It was amazing. We did a pilot with our mate. We pitched it to 9. We got it up. It was this one of those dream stories. It was a couple of kids at the time, with no money, and even the volunteers that we've got now, they came and renovated it. We were up doing all-nighters, painting stuff, doing stuff. Weren't sure when lunch was coming. It was just this incredible
So cool.
experience. And then he had a baby, and this was a big commitment, and stepping it from series 1 to series 2 takes a lot of time. And he rang me about 2 or 3 days before we were going to sign series 2 because it got offered to us again. And he said, I can't. He goes, I can pour my family, and which I love because he was about to take that next step, and he's like, I can't do that to my family. It takes so long.
Yes.
We have this this algorithm with other renovation shows that we know has a result. This is a risk. I love my family. Just this, which was fine. And he was like, I don't want to let you down. I said, mate, I'm so proud of you. Like if a true friend, in my opinion, wouldn't think, I can't believe you let me down. It was like, you thought of your family so close to the dotted line.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, that's all right. We spoke to 9, and he backed me, and he said, Jess will take over it. And so I acquired all of it, acquired that. And then 9 said, no problem. And credit to them as well to give you. So we went from an 8:30 p.m. time slot to a 7:30 p.m. time slot.
Wow.
There's a guy there, and this isn't even to suck up. I just think, we always hear these horror stories of the industry.
Yeah.
There's a guy there called Jeff Dwyer.
Yeah.
And he said yes to a single mum with a 7:30 p.m. time slot.
Bloody hell.
With no track record.
No pressure.
No pressure. That may have given inflections of confidence but over a Zoom call. But he's also he's run a very successful network for a very long time.
Of course.
And he was like, yeah, no worries. And so there you were. And I think there's a lot of, and it's not a man or woman thing, but there's a lot of blokes in there that's doing that.
Yeah,
and
I understand.
apparently, and I don't live by this, but apparently, I'm the first girl in a while. Or I hate doing this, people in history to own, produce, and host prime
Did
time.
you just slide in there in history?
Yeah, but
under your
I don't
breath?
want to say it like that. I just want to say how significant of
Can
not
you
for my
own that for a sec? That's fucking awesome.
And you're also paving the way for so many other people to follow that journey as well.
Yeah.
Like it is a massive achievement.
It's huge.
But I only say that because the strength isn't in me, I think, in that situation. It's in
Well, I
the
think it's-
strength of the person that said yes.
Yeah, 1,000%.
And
But
that's
also
Jeff.
being in a position where an opportunity presented itself, and you, as we always say, put the floaties on, jump in the deep end,
Jump
and
her
just
in.
start swimming.
Yeah.
Just
And then I can't, but I also feel like I wouldn't be able to take all the credit because obviously I'd never done anything of that magnitude. So I rang my old producers from the block that produced Norman and I on the block,
Yep.
Anna, Scarf and Sheldon Wim. And I said to him, oi,
Can you give me some pointers?
I've got this TV show, right? And so they're editors, executive producers, and then they jumped on board and they were the ones that supported
Yeah.
that skill set.
Amazing.
And then their friends who were exceptional camera operators, they brought them on. So like your
how
tribe is
good.
your tribe. So
yeah, it's so
you know,
awesome.
I feel like you can lead blindly,
Yeah,
yes.
but unless you got that backup,
yeah,
no
then you just-
successful
No, yeah.
person ever did it on their own.
no.
yeah.
I
don't
just had
care
some really
what
handy
anyone
mates.
says.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what it's about, you know. It's playing to your strengths and then outsourcing your weaknesses,
Yeah.
right?
But you also, we talk about this a lot, especially in our event. You don't have to see the whole pathway. You don't have
Yeah.
to see from like, oh, that's the end goal. That's where we're going to get to. And I'm going to be in control of all of this, everything happening in between to get there. What's the next step?
Yeah.
The next step is your mate did the right thing and said, look, I can't commit to this. You can do it on your own. I believe in you.
Which is
The-
so cool.
Producer, owner, Channel 9, he's like, yep, if you still want to go ahead, let's do it. And you're
Yeah.
like, all right, that's the first hurdle done.
Yeah.
Shit, what's the next one? I need help. I need
Yeah.
some people to come and
Making the
help
bloody thing.
me. Yeah, you actually got to do this.
That's why I even say to the kids, don't celebrate too early.
Yeah.
Don't celebrate too early.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's such an easy shortcut to a dopamine hit to
Yeah.
like celebrate
Right.
that. Let's work out
Yeah.
how we're going to do it. And
Totally.
then that time that it sort of did that 1.7 and the time you got renewed again, that's your moment.
Yeah, that's when you're like, it's not a fluke. It wasn't just a luck.
Yeah,
Everyone, we're all so lucky.
Yeah.
But
I knew I'd never stick to these questions. I swear to God, you've got too many interesting stories and rabbit holes to go down.
I would love it.
But I guess like going back, your childhood wasn't necessarily always a walk in the park or picture perfect, or which none of our childhoods are. But it's made you who you are today. Would you say that there was any lessons that you learned from early on that have carried you through and put you in good stead today?
I love it because, when you're a kid, you just get born and your reality is your reality.
Yeah.
So you don't know
really
any
get a
different.
choice.
Yeah. So you don't actually know that you're in a situation that might be less or more than anyone else
No.
until someone tells you.
You're just in this meat suit and you kind of get around the best you can. And
Yeah. So if someone didn't tell you that you're disadvantaged, you wouldn't know. Like if someone said, "Oh, why do you smell like kerosene?" You're like, "Well, because I've got a kerosene heater because we don't have electricity." It's like, "Oh, gross." So like, "Oh, what's wrong with it, Mum?" Luke said I smell like kerosene. Why is that wrong? And then there's an explanation. And so it's the learnings from others that make you realise that it was
otherwise, you don't know any
disadvantaged.
different.
Yeah.
It's true.
So as a result, I mean, A, you didn't get scared of being broke because you knew what that felt like. It was all right. And B, my mum was a total inspiration for budget battlers of doing things on a budget because I wanted people like my mum to sit on the couch and watch and know that, and it's just not a renovation. And I'm sure you guys agree. If you're a single mum or a single dad or you're depressed or whatever, if you make something and you start it from start to finish, no matter what socioeconomic level that you're in, you can be proud of that.
The achievement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's that belief and it's that realization that you don't need $1 million to make nice things and nice
No.
memories.
That's so super empowering. We were only, Dad, don't worry about it. We were only just talking about this with Kath and Chris on our very first deal that we did together. That happened to be the first episode we did for Aussie Property Flippers. We had bought this place, saved up, scripted, got the bank loan. Neither of us had a brass razoo between us, but we'd managed to get some
the bank
investors on board and make it happen at the last minute because the banks changed their policies and they 80% loan instead of 95% loan. So all of these things happened that were major obstacles, and we did it. We got there, And we had some money for the reno, which because he'd been doing some insurance work. I'd been the builder's cleaner.
Insurance work. You always knew you made it when you could get insurance work back in the day.
You get some
Yeah.
insurance
Well,
work, you're like,
gets better. I was living in a house with 13 other tradies at the time doing this. Oh, yeah.
God, you're good.
Builder's cleaner, all the things.
That's a show in its own.
Oh, right, isn't
yeah.
it just?
We
isn't it?
say no every day. We're like, this would be a TV show right now.
Yeah, I know.
It was so funny. But we got up to the Gold Coast thinking, oh, our long-awaited dream life. We'd moved up from Melbourne and both of us came from there our whole lives and we thought, oh, well, if we're not trees, we can move. So we moved up there and did but we forgot about living costs. We forgot about, so we were on
pay the mortgage once you actually settle
I
in.
know,
All
that's
the
annoying,
things.
isn't it? Yeah.
But at
Yeah.
the time, and going back to what we tell our students all the time, you want to look back on your first deal and think, oh, we could have done so much more and made so much more money. Once you've got so much more experience and once you've even got more money to spend more money.
Yeah, that's right.
But back then, we only had that $30,000 budget. That's
That
all we
was
had.
it for
But
the
we
reno.
knew, being an ex-plasterer, I always knew that no matter what, I always had a boss that I worked for one day and he said, look, doesn't matter what property you're working on, whether it's a $300,000 home or a $3 million home on Hope Island, say, this is someone's home.
Yeah.
Like, this is what their castle is. Like
Yeah.
whether it's their castle for 300,000 or it's their castle for 3 million.
Yeah.
And I always stuck in my head forever and a day, and it still does. Where if whoever's buying this product or whoever's product I'm working on, this is their home. This is everything they've got. This is their investment.
But I love what you were saying because, you know, like without, you know, I'm like you, I don't sort of like to broadcast it, but, you know, we have done 50 deals and we are proud of having done that, but we started on deal number
50?
50.
Good on you.
But we started on
Shit,
deal
you must
number
be
1,
tired.
right? And we started with
25, mate.
Me too.
You just grade a bit early.
just
That's
grade
all.
Yeah. that's 2 deals every year you've been alive, Darwin.
Started young.
It's been full on. It's been busy. But
Well done.
the reason I say that is because we started with deal number 1.
Yeah.
And, you know, we
start
started
with
with
what
no
you've got.
money as well too.
Yeah.
And we had to find ways to do it and be creative and work around things. So I love what you're doing because it's super empowering to be able to show, you know,
Show
everyday
show people what's
people
possible.
what's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even as you were saying before, you know, that you honour that it's someone's castle, no matter what the
Yep.
entry point is. You'll probably find that, you know, a $300,000 house, someone's going to be way more proud of owning that. Because
Of
if you're
course.
buying a $300,000 house, that's your probably entry level limit. It's your first, or
Yeah.
it could be your
Everything.
forever.
And you've
Well,
worked
that was our
hard
first
to
one.
get
It
to
was
that
300
point.
Worked so
grand.
hard,
Yeah.
unentitled. But, you know, the 3 million you probably work your way up. It's not your first, but
Or you
that
just
3
equity grown there, but
I
that
get
very
it.
first one, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get it. And that, you
It's
know,
like your
the
first
lower
car.
end,
Like
the more
first anything. So remember my first car, I had to save up for it myself. I think my parents matched me dollar for dollar, but I still had to save up the $1,500 they matched it, and I bought
was
my
it?
first VH Commodore.
Oh, mate, you would have been a cool
Champagne
kid.
mag
Didn't you hear him
wheels,
driving around Yarra?
5-speed manual, mate.
The ladies would have.
Get away.
Yeah.
With a stick,
That
mate.
is
with a
a
stick.
ladies' magnet.
Oh my God. Between that and teaching water skiing,
Yeah.
no wonder you've got a big head.
Right, calm down. Calm down.
I'm only kidding.
But in
Mitsubishi
saying
Sigma,
that,
not a sexy.
My best mate's first car was a
Yes.
brand new SS Ute that his dad had bought for him because his
Oh.
dad had done okay for himself, which is fair enough. Like, he's done well. He
Right.
bought the kid's first car. The appreciation and respect that I had for my $3,000 VH
Yeah.
Commodore
Versus that.
versus every single person he knew got to drive his car. He didn't even know where it was half the time.
Yeah.
Because he didn't earn it.
That's
he
right.
didn't work for it. So therefore, he had no real appreciation for it.
Yeah, I
Whereas,
agree.
as you said, the $300,000 home, you've busted your ass. You've worked 6 days a week. You've done 2 or 3 jobs. You've done everything scrimped and saved and 2-minute noodles and bread and water for months.
And you go in and you don't even
Finally
need
arrived.
furniture. You sit on the floor and you're like, we made it. We've got a house.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
That was our first one, $336,000 because we had to give him one more $1,000 to get
Yeah.
it over the
Oh, did you-
line.
Yeah.
You put that on your deposit. Or
Yeah. It was like, oh, they'll do-
335,000 didn't quite cut it.
No, they said I'll do it for 300, one more $1,000, so 336 we had to go in. But one of the things in your book I loved so much, and I've marked the page, but everything in life will improve if you stop needing it or start enjoying it. And you said it early on, but I just want to go back to that because one thing that we were only just talking about on the weekend with the event that we ran for the students is, you know, your sellers will smell you coming a mile away if you need that deal, or even our real estate agents, right? The minute you need something, the minute you are desperate for it to get over the line, is when it will never work. It will never happen. It will never eventuate. So what was the catalyst for you to come up with that concept in the book?
I think I actually wrote that book not on reflection, but during learning all those things.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think I was, I don't know if you believe in woo, I think I was.
Oh, I'm a woo-woo freak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Preaching to the choir over here. Yeah.
I think that book was said to be during a time where I was going through a bit where I was like, why am I feeling this? The more I investigated, the more, and I was like, oh, well, that's handy. I'm writing a book anyway. I may as well just like a Dear Jess. Well, you don't need anything, and then, but it was that feeling of when you don't need anything, you're in control of yourself.
Yeah.
And you don't need to compromise yourself or your values because you're okay. If you can sit in a room on your own and know that you've done the right thing, and if I need you to like me, then
you don't like yourself. Really.
I don't like myself, and I'm also using you.
Yeah.
If I'm
using you for validation.
For validation.
Oh, wow, that is such a distinction.
If I'm dating because I need a boyfriend, then that poor person, both of you are dealing in a fake currency of a need of a emotion to capture, and both of you will never get to know each other properly because you're just needing each other for each other to, survive.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually really deep.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's handy. I should put it on a mug.
That'll go well for your next Amazon business.
Yeah, no, it'll be so good. Hashtag.
My dad started a mug Amazon business.
Oh, did he?
Drop
He
shipping
sold-
with the
sold 2
quotes and
Did he need to sell it? Or I mean, did he need to sell them, or
God,
did he want to sell them?
He fixes jukeboxes.
So he just did it because he wanted to. There you go. He never would have
He's
done
just
it.
having an entrepreneurial moment.
Yeah.
As we all do.
Yeah.
So,
But I think it's with everything, with the need and want. I think it's like I always do it through the filter of, even with business or anything. Do I need this or do I want this? Do I need this or do I want this? And if you need it, then why do you need it? And that's the root of your problem.
Yeah.
You go step back.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
Well,
Well,
you're so nice. I need you at home. Just give me little comments. Like,
Go through a little
oh
positive
my
feedback.
God, I know.
a little Azza on your shoulder.
Yeah. Aaron on the other hand, hello.
No, Jess, no. It's ridiculous.
Do you like my clone?
You would be presented with so many opportunities in the entertainment world and where you've
Oh,
come
no,
through.
I'm really
and-
not that many.
No, no.
Sorry,
Just a
I've
couple.
Not as
cut
many
off
as I
your,
would like to.
I've cut off your question there.
No, I see. Well,
Okay,
let's
go
just
again,
say
go again,
for
go
the
again.
average person out there, you've had a lot of opportunities
sorry.
up until the point. So you've had, obviously radio opportunities, TV opportunities. You've written, authored a book, and there's been a lot of experiences along the way, but lots of, I suppose, maybe shiny objects in the early days, at least anyway, would have come along. How do you decide what's an opportunity that's worth saying yes to versus one that you'd give the flick?
It depends on age, financial situation. There's a lot of algorithms that play a part there.
Yeah.
I think now, with the experience that you've got, I think that there were many moments in my career where you were sort of used as a headline ticker, and the longevity of your reputation may not have been taken into account. So you were sort of led into places with the trust that, oh, yeah, cool, this is what they, we're going to have a joke here.
Everyone's got your best interests at heart, so
Yeah.
sometimes not so much.
And before you know it, there's a Daily Mail article about saying that you're blowing your money because you've spent all your money on above ground pools and
Yeah.
gambling or something. I don't know. But you're like, hang on, that was a joke that we were talking about. And then you use that joke and then you shift it out and you're like, hang on, like, that's not nice. And I think that a lot of the times people forget that all those articles live on live forever, and you just learn. You just get a bit wiser. It's not their fault, not my fault. It's just
It just is.
an industry that does what it does.
Yep.
But I think that anything that would not truly reflect what you're feeling about, and not be scared. You can still say whatever you like,
Yeah.
but not. And I still see it in this industry when you say something purely for attention.
Yeah.
That's when you run into muddy waters, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
If you're just trying to think in the way of headlines or screen grabs.
Yeah.
It's not authentic.
Yeah, and there's this, and I could be wrong, but this is just my opinion, but I don't think headlines equal success.
Nah. God,
I think
no.
work
No.
does.
Yeah.
And I think products equal success. But I don't think that people say you've got to stay relevant. And I think that if I had to wear a G-string at the beach and call a photographer and say, take a picture of my ass, I don't think that that is going to be the difference. I
Whether
don't
you
care
work-
if I'm relevant. I'll pass
Yeah,
at being
I'm
relevant.
good.
Yeah, if I have to manufacture something. If something I say, even if it's accidentally, I'll wear it's me.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
You know, if I'll even say, you know, if I wear myself at the gym, that accidentally ended up on the New York
Yeah.
Post once, like whatever. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But if you have to artificially manufacture
Oh,
Do
something,
you feel you've always been like carefree, or did you go through a point, especially when you started being like in the media and stuff, like where you were conscious about what you did say or what you didn't say, or was there a point where you've just always been, I'm going to say and do what I do because that's who I am?
I think there was a few things that came out where I was like, when you're just learning, you're like, that's not what happened, or
Yeah.
that's or you're like, why are people so mean? That's mean.
Yeah.
And then you can finally get to a place and where you just think, oh, well, that's a circus.
do you think sometimes when you have success, without being a dick, it holds a mirror up in front of people that want the same success but don't have it, and therefore they will need to pull you down to sort of, I don't like to say their level, but want to not let you get too far ahead because it makes them fearful of where they are. It's a reflection of where they want to be but they aren't.
Yeah, I
if
think
that makes sense without
Yeah, I think
sounding like a
no, I think
You know?
you'll always come across people you'll be surrounded with, and that might be friends, might be your coffee shop guy, might be your auntie, might be your colleague that won't sit comfortably in the place that you are and the skills for them to feel good. But I don't think they do it on purpose.
No,
I think it's a
100%.
subconscious. Some
It's
might. Like, there's some real
subconscious.
dickheads out there that will,
Yeah.
but it's a subconscious way for them to level up. And some of my really good friends have that sort of personality trait.
yeah.
And then to identify, you're like, poor bugger, she's going through something.
Yeah.
You're like,
100%.
and then,
Well, yeah.
it depends. And I feel like it's the ego of how much you want to protect that elevate. Like, you're like, do I really care that much about that elevation that I'm going to care that you're trying to pull me down? Because I'm only going to let you pull me down if you let me.
Yeah.
And if not, this is just a banter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so then I'll say, oh, yeah, dickhead.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
have another wine and move on, you know. And so it's the level of how much you want to protect that it will affect you,
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
opinion.
We were talking about it on the weekend, the tribe, like the herd mentality, and how it actually, back in the day when we were hunters and gatherers, it was a thing because if you strayed too far from your herd or, you know, you were too different, you actually put your life at risk by not staying with the tribe. And so no matter what your tribe is, and this is why you got to choose wisely because, you know, you actually start becoming more like whoever you spend the most time with because you want and need to fit in and be accepted and all the things. Otherwise, that reptilian brain from all those years ago sort of goes, this isn't safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more about that than someone being vindictive. Or,
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some kind of middle, because most of the time they've got no idea that you do. And then if you approach them, then it opens up a can of worms of like a psychology, a psychology that they're unaware of.
Yeah.
Too hard. And also, of all the hours of the day, the investment to make, I don't know, Alessandra
yeah.
aware of something that she's making you feel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is it worth it? Or you could just let it go and
Yeah,
not
that's right.
worry. But I think also the modern way of tribing is you don't have to hang out with the same people every day for them to be
No.
your tribe. You can see your
That's
tribe
right.
once a year.
Yeah.
You can see
Right.
your tribe 3 times a year.
Yep.
Have multiple tribes.
Multiple tribes.
Yeah.
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 You spend
Good
more time
living.
with one than the other.
Yeah, eat
Yeah.
all the berries from all the tribes.
Yeah. 100%.
Just make
Yeah.
sure they're not poisonous.
Must have been a COVID thing. Now we have Zoom tribes.
Yeah.
FaceTime
Everywhere.
tribes. Like,
Yeah, totally, 100%. So you host Budget Battlers, which obviously we've done some chatting about, but it helps everyday Aussies, transform, stick your teeth in them.
don't worry, you should try having fakies. It's very hard.
But it's on that budget and, it's obviously meaningful work to you. What's the show taught you the most about purpose?
Humanity.
Yeah, right.
Absolute humanity. We have people that have been through the ringer And we do renovate a house for $10,000.
Yeah,
And
it's so
the people
good.
that do it aren't getting marble bench tops.
Yeah.
They're getting painted ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and the look
But
and
that's
overwhelm
okay.
on their face to see that.
Oh,
It's more, and I always say it's a renovation show, but it's a human show
Yeah.
because you have volunteers coming in all over the country
yeah.
to help someone they haven't even met yet.
Yeah.
And they only meet them on reveal. So the only thing that motivates them through that build is helping a stranger that they haven't even met.
Oh.
And the energy that comes through that house is enough for the momentum of that person to keep going.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the renovation. It's just a bunch of strangers that believed in you.
It's the
And whatever
humanity.
rut you're in,
Oh.
you're going to be all right.
Well, yeah, the humanity of like, there's complete strangers that are willing to do this for me, and it makes someone realize that I am seen, I am heard,
Yeah.
I'm not alone. Like,
Yeah.
if complete strangers are willing to do this for me,
The village.
what am I now willing to do for someone else? It takes people away from their own victim mentality or the sob story and the things like
Yeah.
we always say like everyone's got a story. Like we tell our stories when we do our events, and they haven't been silver spoons and rose-colored glasses. We've all been through some stuff. And I always say to people, because I have a lot of people come up to me after that saying, "Oh, look, I've been through this, or I'm going through this, or whatever." And I always say the unfortunate part is that everyone's either been through something, going through something, or is going to go through something.
Yeah.
No matter where you are in that journey, and sometimes you've had all three, and guess what? You're going to go through something else.
Yeah.
But there's so many people out there that unfortunately will go, "Oh, this happened to me," and the poor me, and then hate the rest of the world because of everyone else seems to have all these amazing lives all together.
Yeah.
Why has this happened to me?
Yeah.
But then on the show like your own, where someone that's in that position then sees literally that there's a whole bunch of complete strangers that are willing to come and help me change my environment,
Shifts their belief.
shift my whole belief in what people are willing to do for other people.
Yeah, agree.
And then all of a sudden you'll probably find a lot of those people that you've helped, then they're the ones that step up and go and help as many people as they can because they've got a whole new self-found purpose in their own self.
Yeah, a lot of them come and the one that we just did is her son passed away not long ago. It was horrible, poor darling, and she's coming to help us on the next house. And she's like, "We're in."
That's
The guy that we did the
awesome.
pilot for, Munka,
Yeah.
he's helped us with every house ever since.
Wow.
We have people that come with us from left, right, and centre. The makeup guy, Craig, he was polishing the toilet floors and,
Oh,
and reveal.
wow.
Like it's just this magnet.
Yeah.
But we always say, even for the homeowners, the 7-day cleanse in terms of that victim mindset, I find, and I don't know if you guys, is almost like an addiction. It's
It's a
a
badge.
muscle memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once I think I saw it
It's an
somewhere.
identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I saw it somewhere even like if you were to see a scan of the neurological bridges that
Yeah.
are happening, just like anything like smoking or drinking, whatever.
It's a
it,
blockage.
it creates that actual
Like a
physical
pathway.
pathway.
Yeah.
And then if you spend, they say 30, but if you spend 7 days, every time you think it, you swipe it. Every day you think it, you swipe it. And then like when you graze your knee, and I apologise to all the neurologists because I'm not one. So if I've got anything wrong scientifically, I'm not saying that this is a lecture at a university, but this is just from
Just
memory of a
Yeah.
pamphlet. But and it's worked for us. It's just like when you scrape your knee, when you try and get rid of something or memory neurological pathways being erased, you overdose on that negativity. So they reckon day 3 or 4 when you're trying to be positive is the worst. You
Yeah.
find that worst in everything.
Yeah.
But then you create new memories. So I feel that mindset is the habit, like an addiction.
Oh,
Yeah.
1,000%. You've got to do it daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like bathing. Yeah, I mean, it is like bathing, but they recommend you do it every day, right? You've
Yeah.
got to do that too. It's bathing your brain every day.
Yeah.
And we think that, oh, no, I've gone and seen that counsellor or I've gone to that motivation event or whatever. I'm good now. Woo, I've done the thing. I've done
Quick
it.
fix.
Yeah, I'm fixed now. I'm good.
Yeah.
But no. You have to continue to put all that good stuff in your brain every single day because what you focus on expands. And,
Yeah.
you've just got to keep doing the thing.
It's the biggest fight of your life,
Oh,
I reckon. Look,
Yeah.
the brain is your biggest fight of your life.
Oh, I agree, 1,000%. And if you can master it, though,
Yeah.
because what you, and again, like quoting one of our mentors, the great, amazing T. Harv Eker, I love him so much. But the one thing that I have lived by since learning from him is that your thoughts create your feelings, and the feelings will inevitably create your actions that you take, and then those actions will create the outcome. So what does that mean if you reverse engineer it? It means that, oh, fuck, I can create my outcomes by my thoughts,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I get to control that and I get to change it, which, that's very empowering.
Yeah, you're in the master's room, aren't you?
Yeah, 1,000%. And one thing you said earlier really triggered something for me because one of the in a good way.
In a good way.
No, it's all right. I'm not triggered. I'm not going to
Yeah, you totally can. We're all here for you.
We're all here.
Yeah. The pub's just at the corner. We'll
Yeah,
talk it out. We'll talk it
awesome.
out.
Yeah, close by.
How much
Yeah.
longer?
Yeah, not that that's what we're advocating, but yeah.
No, but one of the best deals that we've ever done, and we continue to do this strategy, but it was one of our very, very early deals, was working together with a seller. And it's a strategy we now teach, but this, hands down, will be the one that we talk about forever. And this seller she's an amazing lady. She's quite entrepreneurial. She's had property experience in the past, but at whatever point she became a single mum and her son was or is an adult intellectually disabled son, and they were living together. She got very sick and chronic fatigue, couldn't work for 2 years. It was pretty chronic. And she had started to renovate her house because she kind of knew a bit about, property and this and that and the other, and got sick and couldn't complete it. So for 2 whole years, they were using the bath in the bathroom. That's all they had because the shower was ripped apart, the deck was falling down, whatever. And at whatever point, she had to sell the property because, she hadn't been able to work and things were, starting to escalate. And she'd been offered some stupid lowball price for the house, and we had met through a business networking event. Anyway, fast forward, long story short, we ended up working together with her, and we did the reno, we paid for the reno, and then we had an agreement with her that we would offer her a higher price than what she'd already been offered, plus anything up and above that the property sold for, we'd split with her. So
Brilliant.
she ended up making another 90,000 grand
Brilliant.
off the property. And that for me is the best strategy because we get a win, she gets a win, the new owner gets a win, everyone wins.
Yeah.
And it's about the village coming together and working together for the greater good rather than, screwing someone down
Exploitation.
to the
Yeah.
bottom lowest
Like we
price.
could have just said, you got offered $350. Okay, we'll give you the $350, and we went and made the $180,000 ourselves.
Yeah.
Instead, we're like, no, like Sue deserves to walk away with this with the pride and also money in her pocket. So we actually offered her the $370, so at least $20,000 more. So come hell or high water, no matter what happens, you're at least going to walk away with $20,000 more than what you would have if you sold it to someone else.
How beautiful. And then also when people walk through her house when it's for sale, she can be proud of it.
Right.
It's an example of how she had a win.
Yeah.
She
She
got an extra
started
20
life
grand.
again,
It's
yeah.
not an example of a failure then.
Plus the
I love
profit,
it.
so it was 90 grand. And she actually just started her business all over again, and she's now a successful business coach.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Oh,
I know.
that's brilliant.
But I just resonated with so much of what you were saying because that's what we do, but just in a different capacity. But there's so much to be said about, like, since COVID, I feel like everybody has become so isolated and
Yeah, we never bounced back really, did we?
no, and
No,
I think
it's been a long, slow.
Yeah.
And will we ever get back to where we were pre-COVID?
I don't
I
reckon.
don't think so, but also don't think we should. I don't think that's as human as society, but we definitely need to get back to being
a
human
village,
Yeah.
and connecting and
community.
the whole screen thing and like everyone was supposed to be more connected than ever, but we've never been more disconnected.
Yeah.
And I think there's so many people are actually craving that connection. And the show like yours where it brings people together again. Like there's a reason you don't really probably struggle to find volunteers that want to come and help other people, to be around other people again, and that have the same outcome in mind. Like, we're all going to help someone else.
Yeah,
Like-
it is nice.
Yeah.
And all these walks of paths, like thousands of kilometres between people that all get united. It was the only reason why I think you saw my eyes light up because just last week there was this lovely lady called Bobby Lee. She popped in, she watched the show, which was lovely because we're not up ourselves 6 because we're on after the block. I only choose to do 6 episodes a year because the volunteers and it's too much.
Yeah, it's a
otherwise.
lot,
And,
yeah.
and sponsors have only limited amount of money.
Yep.
So we're on for 6 hours a year at the end of the block. So you'd be up yourself to think that you're going to walk down Pall Mall and go, that girl's a bunch of people. You know? Like, they've all forgot, they remember you in the moment, which is perfect. But Bobby Lee came on. Love the show. And so it was gorgeous. And Bobby Lee had caught a taxi especially to the house to say g'day. And I wasn't used to it because I still you're like, oh boy, you don't know if you're worth the attention. Like, I know it's a lot to unpack. I haven't got time.
Yep.
But and so I was like, oh, do you want something? I was open my ute. Had an old budget bag. I felt that bad. It stunk. I was like, yes, I'm stinky. Yeah. I had my old pair of work boots from last season. Still haven't unpacked the ute from last season. I said, these are my old work boots from last season. Do you want them? She's like, oh, I'd love. So we gave them to her.
Oh.
And she's walking away. She's got the boots under her shoulder. And Munka, and this is why I love it, as you would know on the work side, it's kind of like footy grand finals. Like it's stories we'll talk about for years.
Yeah.
And Munka was, as she was walking past, Munka was standing still and she walked past and she had her boots. And he came up to me later and he goes, do you know you had your pair of undies in those boots? It wasn't been a pair of my dirty jocks from last season. And so poor Bobby Lee, she's like, I met Jess.
I met Jess, I've got her boots, I've even got her undies.
And then Lord said as he saw the taxi driving and she had this shirt up looking at it. And then little did she know she had the creme de la crème pair of dirty undies from last year. I was like,
that's
we're
gold.
just staring.
That is the best.
I know.
That's so good.
Just
Oh my
little stories
God.
like that, yeah. Where did that? I don't know how I got to that.
I don't know how you got to that, but it was
sparked
so
that
worth
story.
it.
Sorry.
No, I was just more thinking, I wondered, did you check eBay later on that week or is there like an option there?
I wouldn't because I'd know that there'd be no bids. So I'll use my self-esteem.
Couldn't take the bruise to the ego.
Oh my God.
Sorry,
I feel like
you
sorry,
triggered
God.
that story. No, I'm sorry. I was off topic.
I think
there was something
talking
you said.
about it takes a village.
That was it. Yeah, okay. Bobby Lee was the village.
To supply,
Just
to
this
supply the
human
village
being,
with
human
undies.
connection.
and-
Yeah,
just
it is
connecting with a complete
connection.
stranger and just,
Yeah.
I think the laughter at human behaviour in a positive sense. I
Yeah.
think that's what it was. Once the connection comes, those authentic moments come
Yeah.
back of hilarity.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
there's so many
hilarity.
fake moments that people try to create.
Yeah.
I think. And my whole thing is it's exhausting to play a character. Like I say all the time we do our events, we're not professional speakers. We're
No.
professional
Yeah.
property flippers have done pretty well for ourselves that now want to pass on to teach and show other people what's possible.
Yeah.
You can get into the real estate market if you just think a little bit differently and blah, blah, blah. But I don't want to pretend to be someone I'm not.
No.
I could speak a lot clearer. I could finish off.
Swear a lot
I can have a
less.
thought. I swear. You
Fucking
come to one of
great.
our events,
Who gives a fuck?
it's a different fucking event.
Yeah,
right?
that's
You're
right.
not gonna like I'll try and hold them in, but I always say I'm a tradie. Like I'm going to drop them
Yeah.
in. Sometimes if I'm tired, I drop a few too many, and Emma will sort of give me the side eye.
I'm like,
slow down.
Is that your F-bomb?
You're already
for
up to
you?
120. Right?
I'm the same.
You've reached your quota, mate.
You're like, I'm being Azza.
You're full as mode.
Yeah, but it's true though. But what I love what you guys do as well is you teach identity as in. I feel like a lot of the times people play a character when they don't know who the real self is, so they're still
Yeah.
working it out.
So
You
Yeah.
play the character
true.
until you work out who the authentic model is. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
as you guys would know, flipping a house, you can't get more raw on who you are.
Oh
if
my
you're angry,
God.
if you're
Oh, yeah.
patient, if you're kind, if you're creative, that's where you work it out.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
stuff comes out.
Yeah.
All the real stuff comes out.
Yeah.
The best thing we ever did was make a bloopers reel. we had someone come in onto one of our sites once to make a little promo reel for our business, like an actual Facebook ad. Oh my God. It took an entire day to, I reckon, do a little 3-minute snippet, didn't it?
Something like that.
And the bloopers reel, I'll show it to you one day. It's
That would be
so
the best
funny.
part.
The bloopers reel is also
Yeah.
not me swearing. All it is her saying,
Did you give her side eye? We're like side eye back. Bit.
Yeah, you've reached your quota.
yeah, I'm like,
But what do you guys find? So, because I feel like interviewing you guys, but I know it's my job to ask the questions. But I mean, I want to ask you guys so many questions.
What?
You're the more
Watch it.
interesting one in this equation.
No, you guys are. But where do you find? Because obviously we have the rest of the season to do. But where do you find your biggest investment on reward? Did it like
Area
lowest
or-
investment
oh.
to reward on a flip house?
Ooh, that's a loaded question because it depends on area, and then it could depend on area or it could depend on strategy.
True.
But I have to say,
Case study.
or the
that,
scope
yeah.
of works,
Okay.
or the
so one of the I'll refer to one of our students' deals actually because we've just been down to regional New South Wales in a regional sort of more country town of New South Wales in the Northern Rivers area. Now, the buy-in there is roughly around about the 3s, maybe 4s, but sell out on the back end in the 6s. Now, that price range, we always advocate to play in the 80, which is like where 80% of the buyers' affordability is that they want to be. So reason being is because when you sell it on the back end, you know, it's going to sell quickly. You're going to get the best result out of it. And, you know, happy days, you're providing an amazing product still at an affordability price point for the great majority of people, right? And that's where the sweet spot is for me personally, because we have played in an area now for 10 years, which has served us really well. We love it. But it's gone from, we started at the 300 mark 10 years ago. Yeah. And every year it's kept climbing and climbing to now the buy-in is probably more around your million, selling out at your 1.2, 1.3. It's not as fun.
Yeah.
It's not as fun. I like the lower end stuff because you can get in, you can get out, it's like putting, you know, lipstick on.
Yeah, it's like winning a meat raffle. You're like, we're going to paint these bricks that make 10 grand.
And you can play more and be creative and there's not as much pressure and, you know, but I personally love that sort of space, as I might speak differently. But I think if you can sort of tap into where the 80% of the buyers can afford and are going, then it makes it more exciting. It makes it more fun. You can play more. You know you can sell it quickly on the back end. You know they're still getting a good deal. You're not, you know, pushing up people up over their threshold. Yeah. That's for me where...
And like depending on, as a loaded question, depending on which aspect of a deal, because there's so many different aspects. But for people like listening at home that aren't that, you know, just want to get what's this quick, simple thing I could do to change my house or my investment property or whatever, or my first deal, we always say it's flooring and painting.
Oh, God.
Your two biggest surface areas that give you the most change. And change the flooring, paint the walls, and staging.
And I was going to say, don't forget staging.
So what do you do with staging if you don't have any money? Like, you have a staging company normally, it's $5,000 or...
Yep.
What is the alternative to that?
So is this presuming the person's selling the property? Yeah. Right. I would beg, borrow, steal, do whatever you had to do. But I'll tell you what, in the very beginning, we had... Marketplace is brilliant, but also there's a lot of stores that have store cards with big, long interest-free periods. Now, I am not a financial advisor and I'm certainly not advocating for people to go out and get store cards, but there are some more larger ones that I probably can't say publicly right now.
But you can definitely do like fling
Yes, and we did returns. No shame. Like I am admitting it, like shamelessly.
We probably can't have it in the past.
In a previous life.
We knew someone who knew someone. But no, you can definitely do bling on a budget with staging.
You can.
Like, that's so interesting.
And even go on.
Like, you know, I'm not going to say the name of the store, but there's certain stores out there you can get your sort of cheap throws, cheap pillows, cheap rugs. And that's all really most of the staging styling
that's our life.
The fake plants, little fake vases, like things like that.
But there's also companies that will do a stage now, pay later.
Oh, that's great.
Right? So you're not actually paying anything. You get the full service. Yeah. And then on the back end, you might pay a smidgy more, but if you've made the profit in the renovation and the flip anyway, who cares?
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
you would have made it without it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right. And I think the difference of what it can make in your end result, it's a non-negotiable. Okay. Yeah. Like it can literally add
the reward aspect of every dollar spent for every dollar gained.
Yeah.
That staging and styling piece is probably the most bang for buck.
More than any renovation.
Yeah. Really?
Yes, because it puts the buyer into an emotional state and it has them feeling like they live there, wanting to experience in the mind's eye the different ways that they can live. They've already seen themselves living in the property.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's just 4 walls and a box, then it doesn't lever on that emotional aspect, and so therefore they don't get as connected, they don't want it as much. So I think if you can really paint the picture and create that sense of the buyer's identity already having themselves live there.
That's
and,
brilliant.
You know, it's like if you go into a shop, like I'm stereotyping right now and I know I'm going to get crucified for saying this, but women, you know, if we go shopping, you know, most women love a bit of a shop, but if you try something on and you feel good, you really don't want to leave it on the rack. You'll fight
No.
every way to justify it. It's like, oh, but I could dress it up. I could dress it down. What if I did this? What if I did that? And like, you
Sometimes
know,
I just walk out. Ask them if they can just scan me on the way. Oh, no, joking. I like to scan me. I can
Take
go
the
back to
taxi
the way I
somewhere,
was. Like now I feel good. You know?
right?
Yeah.
And you'll do anything. You'll go without a meal to have that thing that makes
Yeah.
you feel good. And so, like, I'm not saying that that's, you know, what we go for, but I just think that staging for me is an absolute
for
non-negotiable.
the premise of your show, like the budget battlers, painting you can do yourself.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it. We don't recommend our students, especially if they're doing a higher, like a more value property, to do it themselves. But there's certain things you can do yourself. But also just cleaning the house, cleaning up around the house, pressure washing the
Decluttering.
driveway. Like all
Yeah.
this stuff doesn't cost much money. Like presentation, the first 7 seconds is everything.
Yeah.
And then once you get inside, okay, you pressure washed and cleaned up the outside of the house. You put a fresh coat of paint on the walls inside, and you just put some fresh furniture pieces around, minimise some clutter, got rid of all your crap.
Bit of
All you got
hardwood
in
flooring.
storage.
Fixtures.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, fixtures, handles, resurfacing.
Yeah.
We boof heads about this.
Why? What's the reset of the cupboards?
Resurfacing bench
Tiles,
tops,
cupboards,
tiles,
bench
yeah.
tops.
Yeah.
Yep.
Depends on the level of the reno.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not going to do that on a multi-million-dollar property in Toorak.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's a. I don't know,
Come
we've
on.
got some gorgeous benchtop paint in the back of the ute that hasn't been introduced to Toorak yet. Maybe. Yeah. What's this? I'd like to call this mystical white in the paint region.
might be in the kids' cubby house. maybe.
I bought this paint from the French region of Dubbo.
So yeah,
That's interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my take.
Sorry, I've been busting to ask you a question.
No.
Sorry,
No,
I'll
you
be-
ask away.
Maybe we
I
might
don't
have to
care.
do another one. We wrapped up.
Yeah, we'll have to do a Scope It Works one. But
to do it.
Oh,
well, back to you. What's
By the way, your cards are gorgeous. God, you've made it. We don't even have cards on our show. That's fantastic.
really?
Yeah,
This was an Ellie invention.
it's fantastic.
I
I
love
love it.
her.
Feels like you've made it.
I know it feels very professional,
Does,
doesn't
doesn't
it?
it?
It's
Very
like
deal or no deal.
Yeah, no. Well, that wasn't like that for the first couple episodes. It was just a bit of A4 paper. Totally
Or the
straight
phone,
up.
something like that.
But what's the one thing? I ask everyone this, so sorry, apologies in advance if it
By the
throws
way,
you.
everything that you say is fantastic, and I love it. And I've
Calm
noticed,
down, calm down.
and he really
I'm not
is.
going to be able to get out the door.
And I've noticed with you, even like you're like, apologies if I'm going to crucified if you everything you say has such value and worth, and you are just such a delightful person. Like,
Oh,
so
Your chopped liver.
thank you.
you know,
Thanks.
your
Sorry.
mind can get fucked if that's their first thought, because everything is gorgeous that comes out of your mouth.
Oh, thank you. Well, we'll wait and see. Hang on.
Wait till
What-
you really get to know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You ain't seen
I ask
nothing yet.
everyone this question: why are you such a cunt? I'll be like, oh no! After all the nice things I said,
that bit out. What is one thing under $100? Oh God, I'm so nervous about what the answer's going to be, just because I know how raw and honest you are.
now I'm getting nervous for the question.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, nipple clamps.
Ask the
No, just joking.
No, I'm only kidding. So what's one thing under $100? Because we've got a lot of listeners that may be sitting there going, "Oh, it's all right for you," whatever. But what's one thing that cost you less than $100 that has had the most impact on your life?
My life, not renovation. On my life.
No, life
Well,
just as a person. in
yeah.
Oh,
any
train
aspect.
ticket.
Huh?
Train ticket.
Train ticket.
Train ticket.
Yeah,
Where was the train going to?
I caught it from Shepparton to Melbourne.
For any particular reason?
Yeah, I went to move in with my friend Rowan.
Oh,
I had a wonderful time there.
Yeah.
And if I
Awesome.
didn't catch that train, I never would have done it. And then from Melbourne, I got a job at a telemarketer centre, and then from to the telemarketer centre, I met someone from there, and I met someone from there.
so that train ticket was
Got
the
a train
catalyst.
ticket. Yeah,
Oh, that's so good.
So
I love
simple
that.
and so true though for everyone, isn't it? Really.
yeah,
What was the first thing you like? It really goes back to like what was the first step forward you took? What was it?
yeah.
Because that's really why we got to any of us got to where we are.
That's right.
Is because of that very first thing you ever did.
It was
Yes,
$13.
Just take the first bloody step.
Had $75 change from your question. $25 change.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
gold. I love it. That's really cool. We've had all sorts. We've had books. We've had-
$85 change. Sorry, my maths are terrible at the moment. I'm so
You
sorry.
don't obviously take care of the budget on the show.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's 75 change. I really had 85. That's why we always come under budget.
Hey,
That's why I'm a
plenty of
business
strength
owner.
outsourced to
Yeah.
weaknesses.
Always add on a little so we never go bankrupt. Sorry, I cut you off there. Don't
No,
worry.
all good.
Don't worry.
So
It's
finishing
very
off on
entertaining.
just finishing off on another note, do you give a lot of credit to yourself as being a creative, mindful person, careful person, sporadic person and you need a whole team to sort of rein you in, or do you just is it all based on, basically as you said before, people? Like if you're happy, if the crew are happy, the show's working, it makes it easy.
It certainly makes it easy, but it takes a lot of people to have belief in an idea.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Doesn't
people
it?
with great ideas,
Yeah.
and there's not a lot of people that get to execute them.
Yeah.
So when people say, "Oh, well done, Jess," I absolutely, unequivocally, and it's got nothing to do with my self-esteem, cannot accept that
Yeah.
because the person behind that, like I walked past someone on the street the other day. They had a great idea. You know what? And
Yeah.
they had 14 bottles of rum by the looks of it. Yeah, it is unequivocally the people that believe in you or blindly follow you. There is an operations manager called Lauren Bockholt. I will ring her with the most insane, ridiculous, whatever, and she laughs and she's in and she is secure and she loves it. And she
She's your
guides.
Glenn Wheatley.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the Glenn Wheatley. Anna and Sheldon, the EPs of the show. They a husband and wife team. They invested both their incomes to their family in an idea that I had, knowing that they could get jobs with The Voice, they could get jobs with all these other companies that they knew that would 100% be able to pay them.
Yeah.
But they believed that I could.
Oh.
So ideas are fabulous. Being confident in being different is the key to success. But being able to find people that will believe and trust in different is the hardest part of all. So the people are the key that believe and trust in you.
Yeah.
And the people that don't need to hear it or need to be motivated to believe in your idea on a daily basis so you can go off and disappear for a while and come back with another stupid thing to say. But also people that will be honest enough with you to tell you if they don't think it'll be work, we'll still give you the chance, but we'll back you in whatever you do, but we'll also give you their honest opinion, but still back you regardless.
Yeah.
Because you don't want yes. The minute I've seen so many people with yes people
Squash
around
ideas.
them that just because they lose their sense of reality of what works and what doesn't. I love harsh feedback. I hate compliments. Love harsh feedback because the harsh feedback is what keeps us rocking.
Yeah.
I don't need to feel good.
You don't need the praise, don't need the good and nice. Just give me the
Sure.
shit. Like, tell me, be honest with me, and then give me the honest feedback, and let's change it. Let's move on.
Yeah. Because you know what feels good? Success.
Yeah.
Ratings. That
Yeah.
feels good.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if you say good idea to me at the pub. That means nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I get nothing out of that.
Yeah. But if the team wins, you're like, it's a
team,
team.
then we're
Yeah,
winning.
We're winning. Yeah.
And to the point where,
You can affect more lives. You can help more people with all of what you're doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
and no hierarchy. So every majority of the people in our series, the volunteers, the ones that work over ours, so, this tribe, every series, this series, we have all gone. We gave them a piece of paper. While you're on the series, you all own the show equally. So there's no boss. So they
Yeah.
all owe the 10%.
So everyone
we all,
feels like they've got a fair, even playing field, basically.
yeah. So
everyone's
if
got
we
a
have
say.
profit, you might get $46.50 in the bank.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah,
yeah.
We very rarely have a profit, but I say to them, don't retire. But then we have this bond as a result. We have a guy in charge of sound called Bondi, and we've made him the fake CEO. Yeah, the CEO. So Bondi will be like, quiet, please. Trying to get some quiet for audio. We're like, oh, CEO. So there is an absolute standard of no hierarchy. Where there's no hierarchy, there's freedom to be who you want.
That's so good.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
That is just so refreshing. So refreshing, especially in that world as well. To have the balls and the freedom to be yourself
Yep.
is massive, and you're a trailblazer, because a lot of people would get into the position of having a little bit of that limelight, of that, exposure, and feel like they need to not only change but to be liked or to be well received or to, please the viewers and whatever else, and
Or need or expect that significance of, well, I'm here, it's my idea. It was you guys work for me, and you work for the show.
I just think that's the first step to failure.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we have so much content, out there that has so much potential but doesn't quite get it.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause there's too many people wanting to be right rather than too many people
many
wanting to be
cooks.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well said.
too many cooks and they want to do it alone.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Which why would you want to succeed alone?
Yeah,
Like,
Oh,
boring.
boring.
Have you ever blown a party whistle by yourself? It's not much to it, is it?
Yeah.
Like,
You ever go on that fancy holiday, fancy restaurant by yourself?
yeah, that's
It's
right.
kind of
Table
boring.
for one,
No.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I say if
This
you
cocktail is amazing. It should be cocktails are amazing.
exactly, I agree. Depending on the backing track, that could be the poster child for failure or success. If it's
100%.
like da-da-da-da, it's for success. But if you're on your own,
Yeah. It's not there.
I know
that
you
a-
said you're not good at receiving compliments, but I want to give you one because you're doing an amazing job. You've done an amazing job, but you're continuing to do an amazing job.
Congratulations on the show, mate. It sounds amazing. We'd love if we can somehow maybe come and check it out. And
jump
do a little
on.
behind
I'd
the
love
scenes.
to.
As we say, it's the
Yeah.
people, you know.
Yeah.
We'd love you to. You'd be able to
100%.
give us some tips.
Come and give
I'd
some
love
tips.
to. I'd love to help any way we can,
Yeah.
for sure, and support what
Yeah.
you're doing. It's
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We've got a fair tribe of people who would actually
Yes.
be probably pretty keen to
froth on it.
come and help out as
Oh.
well. So
1,300 students around Australia, so
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
pretty sure.
shit! We should have called you earlier. But
Season
honestly,
3, look out.
we would love to have you on. I've got some dates that I can give you. I don't know if you want me to tell you on here or not, but we've got a beautiful house. We've got a beautiful family in Mornington Peninsula that
Oh.
desperately needs help in
Oh.
Cape Sounds. So,
Oh, Capel Sound.
Capel
yeah,
Sound.
Capel Sounds.
Yeah,
so,
Mum and Dad used to live in Rosebud. I know it.
oh
Yeah.
God, okay.
Yeah.
they just moved. You could have come a
I
month ago.
know. Damn
God
it.
damn
We
it.
would have had accommodation.
I know they moved. They're probably selling some furniture. We could
As long as we
have
get
got
to
a
go to the hot
bargain.
springs after, maybe.
I said the hot springs there.
What? You don't know?
No.
Seriously.
I'm from
Mornings-
Shepparton. We never got to
Oh,
Rosebud. You never
Yeah.
heard anyone in Shepparton go, I'm going to Rosebud
Going to
on the
Hot
weekend.
Springs.
Mornington Peninsula Hot Springs. Look it up. So good.
Great.
Hundreds of hot springs in natural.
Natural.
It's amazing.
Great. Here I am pouring a bath like an idiot. I'll go- go down there.
No.
No, we'd love to. So Capel Sound, if you'd like to come, you are
Love
more than
it.
welcome
Capel
to.
Sounds.
It's a beautiful family that has gone through a bloody tough time. And I think that your hacks and tricks could really give them some happiness.
I would
Awesome.
love that.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. That would give me a lot of joy.
How good's living?
Hey?
Yeah.
Good.
Bring it.
You never
Recruiting
know who
and
you're gonna talk to.
podcasting, double. Who says we can't do two things at once?
Exactly.
Recruiting and
Exactly, right.
1,000
podcasting.
things at once.
Good
Yeah, I
people
love it.
coming together, do good things, and
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
the rest is history.
Welcome to the
Do more of
team.
it.
Thanks, man. Well,
Jess.
thank you very much. If you guys have resonated with anything on today's podcast, please click the links below, share with your friends, leave us a testimonial, subscribe, share, do all the things. All the links are in the chat below, and we look forward to seeing you on the next
See you on the
episode.
next one.
Ciao for now.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on today's episode of Freedom Renegades. If anything on today's show has resonated with you, make sure you share it with friends, leave us a review, or follow or subscribe in the links below so that we can send you all of the amazing up and coming new episodes. You've been listening to Freedom Renegades, for those who are built different.
Stay curious, stay intentional, and we'll see you next time.